Welcome to the new video of cell organelles. Today we learn about the mitochondria. Okay, today's class is about mitochondria. This is the plural form. And in singular we say mitochondrion. Okay, and mitochondria is a very special cell organelle. It has an important role in cell. And mitochondria is also called as the powerhouse of a cell. Okay, we can call mitochondria as the powerhouse of a cell, and this term is described by Philip Sweetgates. Okay, Philip Sweetgates in 1957 described mitochondria as the powerhouse of a cell. Okay, then why we call the mitochondria as the powerhouse of a cell? This is because it produces the energy that need by the cell. Okay, the cell needs energy for all its function, and the energy is provided or produced in the mitochondria, and the energy form is the ATP molecule, that is the energy currency. Energy currency is ATP, and the synthesis of ATP is taking place in mitochondria, and that we call it is the site of energy production, and that's why mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of a cell. Okay, and next we discuss the structure of mitochondria. It has double layered membrane. Just draw the structure of the mitochondria. This is a 3D structure. We can see like this, and here is the outer membrane. Okay, so mitochondria is a double layered structure. Okay, we can say it's a double layered membrane. Mitochondria has a double layered membrane. Okay, double layered membrane, and this is the outer membrane, and this outer membrane is thin and rich in carrier protein that are called the porins. Okay, porins are the carrier proteins that are present in the outer membrane of the mitochondria. And what is the function? Porins that forms a passage or like act as a sieve to pass small molecules. Okay, these are carrier proteins that form some holes in the membrane that helps the we can say that is porins that forms by some carrier proteins and that helps passage of small molecules, especially protein molecules. Okay, outer membrane, it has carrier proteins called the porins that helps the passage of small molecules. I hope you understood that. Then we already told that it is a double layered, it has double layered membrane, so there is an inner membrane also. Okay, this is the inner membrane of mitochondria. Okay, this is the inner membrane. Okay, you can see here in the inner membrane there are some foldings. Okay, inward foldings, that is called cristae. Okay, that is cristae. So the outer membrane is there, inside then another membrane called inner membrane that is not very thin, and it has special feature of the inner membrane of mitochondria is it has it folds inwards. Okay, inward foldings are there, and that is called the cristae. Okay, then there is the space inside the membrane of the inner membrane, that is called matrix. Okay, mitochondrial matrix. That is the mitochondrial matrix. And here is the materials, enzymes, proteins, genetic material, etc. present in the matrix. And there is a space between the outer membrane and the inner membrane. Intermembrane space is there. Okay, intermembrane space. Intermembrane space. Once again, I'm explain the structure. Mitochondria has double layered membrane, and the outer membrane is there, that is a thin membrane. It has carrier proteins that are called porins, and it forms holes in the membrane that helps the passage of small molecules, especially proteins. And then the second is the inner membrane, and the inner membrane has many foldings, inward foldings, that are called cristae, that increase the area inside of the area of the membrane, this cristae. Okay, and there is a space between the outer membrane and the inner membrane, that is the intermembrane space. And inside the inner membrane, the part of the space is called the matrix, that is called a mitochondrial matrix. Okay, and the very special feature of mitochondria that makes it different from other organelles is it has its own genetic material, that is mitochondrial DNA. Okay, clear? Inner membrane and the cristae is the site of electron transport chain. Okay. Inner membrane and cristae, site of electron transport chain. And then matrix is there, and that is the site of Krebs cycle. Once again, I am concluding about the structure of mitochondria. Mitochondria is a very special organelle present in the cytoplasm of all the cells, and this is the powerhouse of the cell. It has a double layered membrane. Outer membrane is there. It has porins that helps the transport of small molecules. The inner membrane is there. It has infoldings called cristae that together help in the is the site of electron transport chain. And inside the cell, or inside the inner to the inner membrane, there is the space called the matrix, and that is the site of Krebs cycle. And the very special character of mitochondria is it has its own genetic material called mitochondrial DNA. Okay, thank you. See you next video.